So for this morning's adventure, we're in the Columbia River Gorge, parked at the Coyote Wall Trailhead. That's just west of Lyle, Washington, about 10 minutes west of Lyle. The trail that we're going to do today is going to be a combination trail. We're going to do the Labyrinth Trail, and then connect over onto the Coyote Wall Trail to make a big loop. Should be a little under 7 miles, and a bit of a road walk to get down to the Labyrinth Trail. All right, right at 7/10 of a mile. We are finished with the initial road walk, and we are connecting onto the Labyrinth Trail, 4423. And this will be the first part of our loop. Again, I'm going counterclockwise, so I'll go in on Labyrinth Trail, and we'll come out on the Coyote Wall Trail. We'll be using the wagon road to connect the two trails together as we get on up towards the top of Labyrinth Trail. 8/10 of a mile, and we're going to stay on the Labyrinth Trail. Keep working our way up. So just over a mile in at this point. Got views of the Columbia Gorge off that direction. Here we're at Labyrinth Creek with views of Labyrinth Falls. Still on the Labyrinth Trail. Went through a nice stand of oak right through here. The flowers definitely aren't what they would usually be this time of year because of the cool spring. But there's still quite a few to see. And the views are great even without a ton of wildflowers. So 1.8 miles in. Still on the Labyrinth Trail, and you can see we've got some rough views of the Columbia River Gorge. So green this time of year. It's just gorgeous. And the first balsam root sighting of the day. So here we are at the 2-mile mark. And we're at a fork in the trail. So if we go to the right, we'll be on the Desert Parsley Trail. We're going to stay left today on the Upper Labyrinth Trail. Although it looks like either one of them would be a great choice, especially when your views off to the right look like this. Look at that. So here we are, 2.7, almost 2.8 miles. The Upper Labyrinth Trail is going to connect onto the Atwood Road. So we just completed the Labyrinth Trail. If we headed east, we would head towards Catherine Creek, which is a hike for another day. Today we're connecting onto the Atwood Road. So our plan today is to go ahead and head west towards the Coyote Wall Trail So this will take us over there. We'll connect onto it and then hike the Coyote Wall back out to the main trailhead. And that's what's going to build the big loop for us today. Just over 3.1 miles on Atwood Road still. We're crossing back over Labyrinth Creek. So about 3.2 miles, our next intersection at the old Atwood Road's actually going to go off to the right. We're going to continue to head west towards Coyote Wall. Not very well signed up on top. The bottom parts of the trails were pretty well signed. Not as well signed up on the top, but once you get up on to the end of Labyrinth Trail, it's going to be mostly a matter of heading west. And you can see here it says Old Ranch Road, and that's where we're going to head to get over to Coyote Wall. And look at that oak right there. That is fabulous. You can tell it wants to be in bloom. It's just not quite there. Need a little bit more warm weather. Almost 3.6 miles, and we're at our next trail junction. This one is definitely well signed. Old Ranch Road and traverse to Coyote Wall. So we're gonna take the traverse over to Coyote Wall. .7 miles still on the traverse over to Coyote Wall. We have a nice little bridge crossing. Who doesn't like a bridge crossing, right? So about 4.3 miles, the traverse trail has been completed, and we're now on the Coyote Wall Trail, looking up trail to the north. The balsam root are definitely blooming up trail, and we're gonna head south back to the parking lot because we're kind of on a tight time schedule today. So down we go. I need to be to the car by 1. Except I do need to take a look out here real quickly. That's just fabulous. Definitely worth the trip. Got the lupin starting to bloom as well. I don't know how well that's showing up in the video, but the arrowleaf balsam root's definitely on this ridge starting to pop a little bit. Look at that, it's beautiful. Definitely some flowers on the Coyote Wall Trail. More than there was on any other part. Bit windy up here. Hopefully the windjammer does its trick. Still working my way down Coyote Wall. So today at least, the best flowers were definitely up high on Coyote Wall. So if you were coming just for wildflowers, the Coyote Wall component of the hike, up high was best. The parking lot's right down there. There's the trailhead. That's where we're headed now. But in my opinion, the Labyrinth Trail, which is how I got up onto the top of the Coyote Wall, was by far the most pleasant part of the hike. It was the most trail-like part of the hike, had the most solitude. The Coyote Wall component is pretty well used, a lot of foot traffic on it. This is a Monday, and that parking lot was slammed, so it's a popular hike. So if you came on a weekend, it'd be tough this time of year to get a parking spot. I think people were already overflowing out onto the main road when I got here. I got lucky to get a parking spot in the main trailhead parking. It's very fortunate. Pulled in right as somebody was leaving. Other than that, I would have been parking out on the road someplace. All right, so 6.5 miles has us arriving back at the parking lot. Coyote Wall and Labyrinth Trail's loop is in the bag. Best flowers today, definitely high up on Coyote Wall. But the Labyrinth Trail, in my opinion, was the more pleasant hiking trail. This is a Monday. The parking lot was completely slammed. So something to be aware of, limited parking. Most people are parking out in the overflow, out on the highway. Anyways, this one's definitely worth it. Get outside.